Hello everyone. So today we will be doing the lab assignment that is based on application of load balancer to distribute the load of two application web server. So those server can be either Windows server or Linux server, any server you can choose, and we can use these two server to distribute the load that is coming to our like you can say website. Okay, so first to perform this lab task, first we need to launch two Windows or Linux instance, right? It is not required like you can use only one type of machine. You can choose any type of machine. So what I will be doing, I will creating two Linux instance, and both the Linux instance I will be creating in two different availability zone, right? So that I'll show you how loads will be distributed in these two availability zone. So I'm just going to select here. I'm just going to create a Linux machine here first. So I'm just going to launch my first machine. I'm just writing server 1 and selecting Linux machine here, and the machine image is whatever is the latest one. I'm selecting that one. Then the instance type is t2.macro, and key pair I'm just creating one key pair. So I'm writing here kp for load balance. Okay, so and the encryption type is RSA type, and the private key file format should be PPK file, right? Why we want to connect this EC2 instance through PuTTY. So now I'll create key pair here, and this key pair will be used for generation of the password. Now in the network setting, I will create one security group, and so I'm selecting VPC, that is the default one, and in the subnet I want to select preference. So suppose I'm selecting A because I need to create two EC2 instance in two different availability zones. So I have selected AP South 1A here. Now I'm selecting auto enable IP address, auto assign public IP address as enabled. Then I'm just providing security group name here, load balance SG. Now after that what we can do here, I'm just allowing SSH connection from anywhere, and apart from that I will add one more rule, and that rule will be HTTP connection from anywhere. Okay, because we just want to open a web server, right? We want to connect from the internet and we want to open the web page on this server. So that is it. Now I'm just going to launch EC2 instance. Okay, so it will be from anywhere. So I'm launching one EC2 instance in availability zone 1A. So if you go and if you want to check, you will be able to see here server 1 availability zone is AP South 1A. Now I will launch another EC2 instance in some other availability zone. So I'm just writing here server 2, and I will launch it. So I will select the same key pair that I have created right now, kp balance, kp load balance. And now after that in the network setting, I will go and I'll edit this one because I will connect this EC2 instance in some other availability zone. Like I have selected 1A, so I'm just going to select 1B. Now I will use the existing security group, that security group I created for the first one. So you can see I have used in the earlier case load balance SG, so I will use that security group here. Now after that I will not do any changes. Now I will go and launch my instance. So my two EC2 instance must be in launching condition, or you can say one is in running condition, one is in pending condition. So I will refresh this one, and what I want to do, I want to install Apache server on these two Linux machine, and I will show you that when I will use load balancer. So how load will be distributed on these two server I will show you through the web page. So I will be connecting with my instance through putty. So I'm just going to connect with server 1 till the time my server 2 is getting ready. So I'm just going to server 1 and I will connect with the server 1. So for connection with the server, I need public IP address of this server. So I'm copying public IP address of this server. Now I will connect through putty. So I'm just connecting through putty. So I will paste the public IP address of my server 1. Then I'll go to SSH. Then in auth, I will provide the location of my PPK file. So now this one is the certificate. I'm making it OK. Now after that, username will be EC2-user. Okay, so I'm connected to my EC2 instance. Now I will install Apache server on this website, on this you can say server. So if you just check whether Apache server is installed or not, so what you need to do, you need to copy this IP address, public IP address, and you need to hit enter. So Apache server is not installed, so that's why I'm not able to reach to this site. So I need to install Apache server on this site so that I can reach there. So for that purpose, I have used some command. So I'm just going to show you all the command. So first, I will take root permission. Then I will update my machine. Then I'll install my Apache server. I will start that server. And I will enable that service of that server. Then I will create my web page on this server. And so whenever I will try to access this server, this web page will open. So the message that I am showing here on this web page is hello from server 1 and the DNS name of this server. So that's it, nothing else. So I'm just going to write all the command here only, right? So what I'm going to do here, I will write sudo su. So this will give me root permission. Then I will write yum update -y, and after that, so it will update my system. After that, I will write yum install -y stt. Okay, I need to put a space here. sttpd.x86_64. Then after that, I will start this service. systemctl start sttpd.service. Now we need to enable this service also. Okay, so now if you go and refresh this web page, right? So you will see the default web page of the Apache server. Now I need to create my own web page. So what I'll do, I'll copy the command that is written here. So message I'm saving. So what I'm doing here, I'm printing one message, hello from server 1 and host name, and I'm like pasting this message, or I'm redirecting this message to the to a folder in that is the file that is present in var www. In HTML folder, and the name of the folder is index.html. So I'm copying this command here and I'm pasting it. So now if I'll refresh this page again, so you will see here that my message is popping here, hello from server 1, and the you can say here DNS server of my EC2 instance, right? So similarly, what I'll do here, I'll go to the I'll go to server 2 and I'll write the same message, right? So I'm just writing that. So it will take few seconds, then I'll come back. Okay, so I have installed Apache server on my second machine also, but I have not configured message yet, right? You can see here I have configured it. So when you will try to open it, so just go to your public IP address and paste in the browser. So you will see here my Apache server is installed right now, but message is not reflecting, customized message is not reflecting, right? So what I'm going to do here, I'm just printing this message, hello from server 2 for load balancer application, right? So I'm copying this one and I'm pasting here for my second instance. Okay, so now when you will refresh this page, you will see this message, hello from server 2 for load balancer application, right? My first machine, the message on the first machine is this one, and for the second machine this message is this one. So if you refresh the first one, still it will show the same, and if you refresh the second one, still it will show the same, right? Now I'll show you how to use these two instances for load balancer application. So if you go down, you can see here load balancing, right? So to use this load balancing application, you need to create target groups first, then you will attach that target group with the load balancer. Just go and create target group first. So in the target group, you will keep all the targets, right? All the targets is EC2 machine. So we have created two machines in different availability zone. We will target these two machines. Just and create EC2 instance. So you can select target by providing the target type as an instance. Based on IP address range, you can select target. Based on lambda function call, you will select target, or based on some application load balancer, you can select your target. So I'm just going to put here instances. Why? Because I'm targeting my EC2 instance. So I'm not providing a specific IP address range or IP addresses, but I'm providing instances name, right? Now target group, I'm just writing here load target, right? Now protocol, I will be using HTTP, no other protocol I will be using here, and my VPC will be default VPC. There is only one VPC here, and the protocol version, HTTP protocol version, I will be using as 1 HTTP1. And the health check, so I'm not providing any specific protocol here, so whatever protocol will be necessary, it will be picked up by default, right? So I'm not going to do anything else. Now go to the next part. In the next part, you will see here available instances, because I have opted instance based selection, right? So I will select these two instances, right? Now you can see we have allowed port number 80 because HTTP protocol we have allowed. So I need to include as pending below, right? I need to include these two instances as a pending instance, and I will include these two target groups, right? These two instances as my target group, right? So now you will see here. So my target group is created, right? So if you go and check here, so my target group is created, right? Two targets are there, and I have not attached these two targets into the load balancer. So in the healthy case is also 0 and unhealthy case is also 0. Then in the unused case it is 2 because we have not used these two targets. So you can see here all the information regarding my target group. Now what I need to do, I need to associate this target group to the load balancer, right? So I will go down. So I will go and I'll attach these two instance that is a part of target group to the load balancer. So I'll create load balancer here. So you can create load balancer. There are three types of load balancer you can see here: application load balancer, network load balancer, and gateway load balancer, right? So we are using application load balancer. Why? Because we just want to use application layer protocol, that is HTTP protocol right now, right? So I just want to move traffic, HTTP traffic, right? So I will go and I'll create application level load balancer here. Now I need to provide application load balancer name here, app. So I'm just writing app load balance. Okay, so application load balancer is present here. Now scheme cannot be changed after the load balancing is created, so I have to keep this load balancer internet facing, right? Means I need to connect this over the internet traffic. Now address type is IPv4 type of address I'm just using here. Now network mapping, so I'm just using default VPC, and this load balancer will be connected to which instances, right? So I can map to the instances that is present in availability zone 1A, availability zone 1B, and availability zone 1C. So right now our the created instance are present in 1A and 1B. So if I'll not allow any specific availability zone, so the instance present in that specific availability zone will not be the part of the traffic like redistribution, right? Now security group, so I will use the same security group that I have created today. So I will use load balancer, right? SG. So I'm not going to use default security group, so I'm removing that one. Now here in the listener we will only listen to only HTTP traffic, right? So here we need to attach target group with this load balancer. So if you don't have target group, so you need to create first, but we have one target group, right? So I will attach target group here with this load balancer. Okay, so nothing else, you need not to do anything. So when we selected all the information, so you can see what kind of security group we have selected, what is the basic configuration, what is the VPC area, availability zone area we want to use, and what kind of traffic we want to handle. So now I will create load balancer. So once your load balancer will be in the ready condition, right? So in that case you can see, so if someone will get the address of this DNS name of this load balancer, so if you will see how traffic of this load balancer handle, so you can see via popping of the message, right? So just access the DNS and you will see sometime message will come from server 1 and sometime message will come from server 2. So if you want to display same message, the same web page you need to keep on both server 1 and server 2, right? But here we want to show difference, right? So that's why I'm just showing the difference here. So right now the condition is provisioning, so we need to wait until it become in active condition, right? So right now it is in provisioning condition, so we need to wait till the time. Okay, so if you will try to see what is the message popping up in DNS, so it will not I don't know what will happen here. It is not in the running condition, right? So here server 2 message is showing, right, in this case, but after some time you will see it will reach to server 1's message also. So right now it is not, you can see the message is changing, right? The DNS name is same, but message is different right now. Why? Because the traffic of the load balancer is moving. So web page you want to access via this DNS name, so that is like DNS is same, so server can be approached by the load balancer. Either the traffic can go to server 1 or the traffic can go to server 2, right? So based on the requirement it will go to server 1 and server 2. So you can keep refreshing this page, you will see different messages popping up. Sometimes the data is accessed from server 1, that is the Linux machine 1, and the second time it is server 2, that is Linux machine 2, right? Now if you refresh this, you can see message is changing. So if you will add more EC2 instance into the load balancer, it will go to all the 3 server, right? Suppose you have attached n number of server, so the message will be picked from n number of server, or web page will be opened using n number of server. So that's it. I just wanted to show how load balancer work. So what task we have completed today? So we have seen, we launched 2 Linux machine, we configured both the Linux machine, we install Apache server on both EC2 machine, then we create load balancer and we attached both EC2 machine with that load balancer. Then we register EC2 server and set the target group to configure and review the status, right? So we have checked the working of the load balancer in today's video. Thank you.